I want you to reduce technology. This is just my life advice. This is life advice. My 15-year-old. Well, sounds interesting, right? So I saw this piece of technology yesterday. It was this phone. You can like look at a map when you're in the supermarket, so you can see where things in. You can type it in. They work with big stores, and have officially released or whatever. And so you can type in if you can't find the screws in a shop, you can go and search it, and it'll basically show you around. And I was thinking like cool, convenient, great. And that piece of convenience, we always talk about how convenience is the route to slavery. Safety and convenience is always promised. It's not always the case, but usually if convenience doesn't destroy freedom, it usually just destroys the spirit of the human spirit. Because I'm here thinking like, I think these micro interactions are so necessary just for a functioning society. It's these little small things. It's the fact that you can ask the store employee, excuse me, where's the coconut oil in my case? I'm looking for the coconut oil. It's just these little micro like interactions, because it's going to get to the point where you don't have these little interactions with the employee. Oh, excuse me, can you tell me where this is? Oh, can you get it off the shelf up there for me? It's just these little tiny things. You need to do them, like the whole scanning the QR code at a restaurant. I don't. It's not as common, but some places have, after COVID, have continued it, and I'm like, it's just not. We don't need it. It's like let's just have more human interaction, because we're looking at these things, and businesses can do what they want. Businesses can really do what they want, but people with influence, as I'm trying to gain, can also do what they want. And so businesses, do what you want. Create your apps that reduce the interactions with humans. Now, you can't stop me from informing the public and trying to get hundreds of thousands of views telling people don't download your app because it sucks and it's destroying humanity. I can do that, and you can do your thing. So it's all sort of this war. I don't like these evil entrepreneurs, really. I like when business owners try to sit there and do things that care for the people, and don't incorporate things that poison people or harm people's health, and you know it's all just for money, money, money. I don't like these people. I can't stop them. I'm not going to try and become a dictator and say, no, you can't do this business. You can do this business. Free market capitalism. Free market capitalism mixed with my free speech of telling people, nope, don't download it. Because it might seem like a little thing, but just when you go and do the text message instead of the phone call when you're doing a verification, it's like just these little things. I really suggest that you just try to maximize your little micro communications, your micro social activities, whatever it is. Just the little things, just to say in one extra sentence when you're buying your shopping. Just these tiny little things, and I think we could really make the world a better place. Really, kind of get humanity back. Start to build upon this principled society where we have some more uh, common ground on things, where we can kind of understand each other. We're not so living in a bubble. We're not so kind of enclosed in ourselves. I really think you should just go out, and you don't have to start striking up conversations with strangers. You just have to say one little thing. Just don't get these apps which mean that you talk to less people. Just live like a normal human. Just remember, all these modern things are distracting ourselves from our natural human instincts, because our brains are still wired the way we were wired when we were cavemen, right? Our brains are still wired the same way. These things are not natural for us. Sure, you can. Some things are good, right? Phones are great. I'm using a phone right now. This is a great invention of our modern time. This is great. It can also be terrible. I could also use my phone for horrible stuff. I could sit there and find drugs. I could sit there and just scroll on YouTube and waste my time, scroll on TikToks and ruin my life. But I could also make a positive impact in the world. So it's all about how you can use it. But these other apps, which just reduce how much you're talking to real people, reduce your social interactions, just empty the life. We're being stolen. Our energy's been stolen from us. They're slowly removing our time from the real world with real human interactions and increasing it on a screen. Like, the reason I'm speaking onto this camera right now is because then I'll get people knowing who I am. Then I can speak to people in the future in person. I can meet with real interesting people. That's honestly the plan. It's about connecting with people. And I think that's one of the best things you can do just for the health of civilization, the health of our society. So I really encourage, don't download these apps. If you've got anything that's, don't do the Just Eat. You can you can pick it up, but you can order it on the website. Phone them, or go in person and sit there and wait. Because people, it's all about convenience. Trust me, what are you doing in that 10 minutes? When you pre-order it instead of ordering it there and just sitting down It's like, what were you gonna do anyway? Like, were you like, sure, the convenience sounds great, but were you just gonna sit down for 10 minutes on your phone before you go outside? It's like you could get more time outside. You could just these small little things. You think they don't make a difference, but if everyone did them, you start to notice that people become friendlier. You start to have a better outlook in society because you're realizing people are nicer than we think they are. Because when you're so enclosed, you start to forget people are generally decent. So on it, that's a life advice from a 15-year-old. So if you enjoyed it, then follow me. Thanks for watching.